Welcome to Wrestling Union, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. I'm surprised I didn't buy this back in 2011. I had Uncharted 2 on PS3, but not Uncharted 3. No matter though, I have the remastered version, and it looks wonderful. You begin in this English pub, and you meet up with a man named Talbot. He's interested in buying Drake's ring that belonged to Drake's ancestor, Sir Francis Drake, but the money Talbot gives them is fake, so a fight breaks out.
This one's mine! Yeah, you and
Drake looks badass wearing that suit as he's fighting. Hell, when he gets his ass kicked, he still looks badass.
get him! Man, you spilled more drink!
I'll say it again, this looks stunning, and yes, it is a remastered version, but I'm sure there isn't a huge difference between the PS3 and PS4 versions. Models look great as ever, along with the locations you visit, and when playing Uncharted 3, I couldn't get enough of the gorgeous graphics. But is it surprising that I find these graphics good? I'm sure it's not that surprising. Yes, games are getting more and more great looking, and we have seen that a lot in 2015 for sure, but I still adore these graphics from 2011. So the game is 4 years old, but it doesn't matter. It's wonderful.
Nate, just who are we dealing with here?
There's only one way to find out.
Playing the game felt a lot like Uncharted 2, but really, that's no problem. It's a, if it ain't broken, don't fix it kind of situation. There's one new cool thing you can do though. You can now throw a grenade back to an enemy if he throws it at you, so that's a nice touch. If I were to talk about the gameplay, I would probably just repeat myself from what I said in my Uncharted 2 review, so there's no point. But I will say it does look like it has more FPS to it, but I could be wrong. It just comes across that way. So the gameplay is a lot like Uncharted 2, but that is no problem at all. What this game does also is it takes you back a number of years to when Drake was 15 years old, and you get to see how him and Sully became friends. You follow Sully and stay hidden to get a ring from him, and I thought this was really interesting, but it also bugged me a little bit. This is the only flashback we'll get in the whole game. I would have liked if the game gave us a number of flashbacks, because only having one leaves a lot of questions for me, and maybe it would have worked or wouldn't have worked, but I would like to learn more of Drake's background. But yes, I really did want to know more of Drake's past, but that is not in this game.
They might wonder why a middle-aged tourist is following young boys down alleyways.
You are a crafty little beggar, aren't you?
Puzzles return, but just like Uncharted 2, they won't ruin the fun, at least for me. Some were actually quite easy this time. Others did take more time to figure out, but I actually enjoyed this puzzle. This puzzle right here was actually pretty fun, I don't know why. At least I had fun with some puzzle. You can still collect treasures, but I didn't collect them all, but again, it kinda makes me want to go back to the game to collect even more. I'm not really a competitive person usually, but damn it, I want all those treasures. Sully, Elena, and Chloe are back to join Drake in the usual dangerous, extreme, traumatizing adventures. Chloe and Elena get along sometimes, but others not so much, so I thought that was quite amusing. The adventure is fun as hell though, with jaw-dropping moments, and I actually mean that. My jaw was on the ground at some points. The part with this giant ship, I pretty much had a surprised look on my face the whole time. This is one of the best levels in the whole Uncharted series for sure. Really well detailed too. You really question sometimes how the hell did developers do all this. It's pretty crazy. A lot of talented people work behind this game. The part when you're on the plane is jaw-dropping too. How are you still alive? But yeah, I like the part when he's walking through the desert too. Not only does it look amazing, but he even limps across a giant desert, and you'll see his footprints on the sand as you walk. I just like that kind of detail. I'm boring, I know. And yes, this is a video game, but it almost comes across as a movie again, so it still has that movie-like feel to it, which is great. Overall, I really like this game. Uncharted 2 is my favorite Uncharted, but this game was not bad at all. I'm so glad I got to play it, and my time was really well spent. The voice acting is great, the story it told was good, but again, I wish I saw more of Drake's past, and again, the game looks great. Stunning. amazing. And I have to say it, yes, this game would get a 10 out of 10 if I still rated games. I know that's 2 reviews in a row that I give a game 10 out of 10, but it deserves it. Thank you very much for watching my Uncharted 3 review, and when Uncharted 4 does release, you can click the screen and watch that review, because I'm sure as hell gonna buy that game. Well, I shall see you next time, but for now, please, take care!